Greetings, good people. It's Hot Topics time. Happy Friday, everybody. It is October the 13th. The year is 2023, and today's lineup is going to be interesting. Let me ask y'all a question. Are y'all tired of Jada Pinkett and this book? A lot of people are tired of Jada Pinkett and her press run. Well, Chris Rock, he pretty much wants Jada to shut the F up and don't bring his name up. He didn't say it like that, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Also, we got Megan Thee Stallion and Carl Crawford. Carl Crawford is still at Megan Thee Stallion's neck, and Megan Thee Stallion is making an announcement that she is going independent. Listen, we got a couple of other hot topics sprinkled in between. Before we get to those juicy topics, I want to dive right in, y'all. This story is just too much, all right? Absolutely just too much. So this is according to the Daily Mail. A Texas megachurch pastor is ordered to pay a woman that he met on Facebook $2.45 million after he gave her the herp, y'all. Yet you are reading that right. You are reading that right. All right. So let's dive into this article. A Texas pastor has been ordered to pay a woman he met online $2.45 million after he gave her herp. Ralph Douglas West II, the assistant pastor at Houston's The Church Without Walls, was found guilty of battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and fraudulent concealment. After a 3-day trial, y'all, a trial and 6 hours of deliberation, a jury determined on Thursday that West gave the victim the herp after they met on Facebook 5 freaking years ago. You can't fix it. She's got it the rest of her life. This is what the woman's attorney, Sean Murphy, said to a Houston media outlet. All right. And there you go. Past the flaming hot trousers. There you go right there, y'all. Oh, this is absolutely absurd, and this is unacceptable and disgusting. The article continues. The unnamed victim got an outbreak a few days after the encounter with the assistant pastor and then tested positive. She knew West was the source of it because she had not had relations with anyone else and had a prior negative test. This is what her lawyer added. Okay. The pastor reportedly admitted that he had it when the victim asked him about it, saying that it had come from his son's mother. My God. So this man knew, y'all. He knew. West is pictured with a son on his social media, but it's unclear if he is married, because that would just be the icing on the cake, right? Typical. Good Lord Almighty. The lawyer said that he was able to prove to the jury that West knew that he was infected with the STD, but lied about it when he had unprotected relations with the woman in March 2018. The assistant pastor will now have to pay over $1 million in compensatory damages and $1 million in exemplary/punitive damages, believed to be the largest payment ordered in such a case. West is a minister at the Eldridge campus, according to the church's website. The Christian church claims on its website to embrace thousands of families, meeting in 3 locations and conducting 6 services on Sunday. All right, this goes into talking about his beliefs on critical race theory, blah blah blah. Let's get into what some of the parishioners had to say. In an essay for the Baptist Standard, the senior pastor wrote, no, that's about the racism. Yeah, so some people, basically, some of his parishioners were saying that these are trying times. Please respect their privacy in this matter. I'm asking in the name of Jesus that we as a people not vilify this family. Compassion and forgiveness is what Jesus teaches us to do for all of God's children. He didn't exhibit that, knowing that he's passed on a disease that basically there's no cure for, incurable disease. Anyway, life gives us all different trials and tribulations, and we will seek Jesus to forgive all of our iniquities. Let's not judge, but forgive. Someone else said, my faith in the Lord and my pastor and my support, for my pastor and his family will not be impacted by recent events. I will continue to lift them up in prayer and support them. That's good. You can support whoever you want to support. But this man admitted to knowing that he had an incurable STD. And instead of taking accountability, he stated, oh yeah, I do have it, and I got it from my son's mother. So he's not even sorry. But the public at large wasn't so forgiving, as many on social media are demanding West be fired. And I agree with that. He should be sat down. There is no way that man should be allowed on a staff or in a pulpit. I'm sorry. Y'all got to take stewardship more seriously. I couldn't agree more. Whoever said this, I absolutely agree. He needs to be sat down, said one X user. X is Twitter. Child, I can't stand that name. His mama named him Twitter. I'm gonna call him Twitter. Anyway, LOL, me and my mom were just talking about how to spot a false prophet, and here goes a Houston mega pastor found guilty of knowingly spreading the herp. It is not clear if West will continue preaching at the church. And of course, the Daily Mail, they reached out to the church for comments on this story, and I'm pretty sure they didn't hear back. Pastor Flamin' Hot Trousers, you need to be sat down immediately, okay? Again, the man said that he knew that he had this, but he got it from his baby mama. So he proceeded to blame the mother of his child. I think that's cowardly, and I don't have any respect for this. This doesn't have anything to do with judging. No one is judging. What you did was wrong, and consequences should follow. I will say this. I am not a medical expert. Okay, I just want to say this. In the year 2023, ladies and gentlemen, it's just my opinion. I think you should just assume that everybody got something, and don't roll the dice on your life. Just because you get to know someone and you like them and they don't look like they would quote unquote have anything. Listen, you never know someone until you know someone. Don't put anything past anyone. And I would just say, just assume, don't treat them badly, but just assume that everybody might have something, and it would be wise for you to protect yourself and test before you do anything, okay? Don't get caught up in fleshly desires. All right, moving along. Y'all, this is a sad story, okay? Y'all, so for those of you who don't know, I am a Jersey girl, so I pay attention to things all Jersey, of course, right? This is an absolutely positively sad story. Let's take a look and a listen. This is posted on the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram. New Jersey cemetery worker trapped in open grave after tumbling in following a funeral service. Like to hear it? Here it go.
Was rescued after he fell into an open grave at a cemetery. This all unfolding at Holy Cross Cemetery in South Brunswick. A funeral service had just ended when the worker fell through a wooden board and then fell onto the coffin in that grave. New Jersey reporter Tony Yates is there now with the breaking details. Tony.
Yeah, Liz, South Brunswick EMS and Princeton Fire and Rescue worked together to deal with this emergency. As you said, it happened right after that grieving family had lowered that casket into the hole. We want to show you the video. Let's get straight to it. It's at Holy Cross Cemetery. This is on Cranberry South River Road. In fact, several rescue companies arrived after that worker here at the cemetery fell into the hole and was injured to the point that he could not get himself out. The crews who were working with him couldn't get him out either, so of course they called 911. When they arrived, first responders arrived, crews had to set up what they call a trench panel inside the hole to stabilize the ground and then use a system of ropes to lift the worker out. All of this literally took about an hour to finally lift him up and get him into the ambulance. We're hearing that he may have suffered a dislocated shoulder, but that video you may be looking at shows that he was very much alert as he was being placed into that ambulance. An expert out here on the scene also tells us that the crypt lid inside that hole was in there, and had that fallen on him, his injuries could have been much worse. But again, we saw him getting into the ambulance. He was alert and then taken to the hospital.
That is so darn sad. I'm glad that the person, is alive, and hopefully they can heal from whatever injuries they sustain. Baby, let me tell you something. That news clip would definitely serve as my official I resign, okay? I am getting the heck up out of there, literally. So luckily they were able to save him. My God, the way that I would have been screaming, honey, I would have been shaking the ground with my screaming. Terrifying. So I'm wishing that that individual nothing but the best. Good luck to them, okay? All right, y'all. Let's get into this whole Megan Thee Stallion and Carl Crawford saga that just won't freaking go away. All right. So Carl Crawford, he wants Megan Thee Stallion's sanction for knowingly filing and maintaining groundless and frivolous claims against him and 1501 Certified Entertainment. Carl is desperate, okay? They are still going to court because Megan Thee Stallion, of course, is suing 1501 and Carl Crawford because she says they owe her money. Carl says she owes us money and she owes us an album. We shall see what will become of this when they go to court. So this is courtesy of the Jasmine brand. And the article reads, Megan Thee Stallion filed a motion in April asking the judge to appoint a third-party receiver to assume control of 1501 Certified Entertainment's finances. So Megan is getting ready to get somebody to dig into those finances. She accused Carl Crawford and his associates, including label executives J. Prince and G. Robertson, of draining their funds and failing to pay her. I believe it. I believe it 1000%. Radar Online reported that in response to Megan Thee Stallion's request, 1501 and Carl Crawford are demanding she be sanctioned for, quote, knowingly filing and maintaining groundless and frivolous claims, end quote, and for requesting that someone else assume management of 1501's finances, which they claim was in bad faith and solely for harassment. Carl Crawford's lawyers wrote, but to gain an unfair advantage in this proceeding, Ms. Pete and her counsel falsely and publicly misrepresented 1501's financial state in an attempt to both strangle 1501's business operations and drag Mr. Crawford's reputation by forcing him to litigate this case in his individual capacity. The music executive stated that 1501 had enough money to pay for any judgment Megan Thee Stallion might receive. Crawford also noted that 1501 is the owner of Megan's masters, yikes, which are valued at tens of millions of dollars. He requested the rapper receive sanctions and he be dismissed from the case on an individual basis. The drama between Megan and Crawford dates back to March 2020. Since then, the Houston rapper has filed multiple lawsuits against the CEO and her former label as she attempts to break free from her current contract. Now, I remember Carl Crawford said that, he doesn't have any personal issues with Megan Thee Stallion, and had it not been for this business spat, everything would have been all good between the two. I do believe that Carl Crawford is an idiot as it pertains to the music business. I think that he does not know what he's doing as it pertains to running a record label. Megan Thee Stallion is not the only one that was signed to, well, she's technically still signed to his label, but she's trying to get off. So I guess her record label is pending, I guess. I don't know, but technically she is still signed to 1501. Rock Nation is her management. I see people still getting it confused. People are saying Jay-Z can't save her. Rock Nation is her management company, not her record label. Hence why Carl Crawford owns her masters, because that is her record label. It doesn't even make any sense me reiterating that because people are going to be confused willingly. Anywho, I think that Carl Crawford is not so great businessman. Like I said, Megan Thee Stallion is not the only artist that has complained about Carl Crawford. You got Erica Banks over there. What is Erica Banks doing? See, I always say that she's just basically a casualty of war. You got Erica Banks over there twerking and creating a storyline on Love and Hip Hop with Chaotic. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I don't know what happened with her deal. And I forgot the other young lady who complained about Carl Crawford as well, and she got the heck up out of Dodge. I can't remember her name. But anyway, the article goes on. Megan has made several claims that the terms of the deal are unfair. However, Crawford and 1501 say that they have a legal contract in place, and Megan has yet to satisfy all her obligations. She filed a lawsuit in 2022 requesting her 2021 record, Something for the Hotties, be counted as an album. However, 1501 declared that it's not an album since it only, right here they say 29 minutes. And I guess it should be 32 or something like that. So they were going back and forth to court. What's interesting is Carl Crawford tried to stop Megan Thee Stallion from coming out with her mixtape Sugar. How long ago was that? And the judge ordered that, Carl chill out, and Megan was able to proceed and release that mixtape. So I don't know. I don't know. I think Carl is trying to hold on to Megan Thee Stallion because that's his bread and butter. Once she dips, and if she is released from her contract, what other artists does Carl have? He should have been focusing on nurturing and pouring money into Erica Banks. Unfortunately, I don't even think Erica Banks is with 1501 anymore, if I'm not mistaken. I think she said that on Twitter, or that was circulating on Twitter. Anyway, you just making yourself look like a terrible businessman and an even worse record label owner. You know what I mean? You sought out to humiliate her, and it's backfiring on you because you got to shell out all this money for lawyer fees. In April, Megan expressed her belief that Crawford was receiving a substantial income from the sales of her music, but claimed less than $10,000 was found in one of the label's main bank accounts. Child, they gonna dig through your finances, Carl. So I don't know. She and her attorney alleged that millions had been transferred into the bank, into the account, but the majority has been taken out. After more than a year of back and forth, the parties are getting ready for trial, where it will be decided if Megan will be released from her contract. What do you guys think about this? Um, yeah, I know Megan wants to put out music, but I'm pretty sure that she does not want to put out music and under this label. I think she wants to get the heck off of this label. Well, let's take a look and listen to what Megan Thee Stallion posted on a live the other day. And word on the curb is she wasn't live on her IG channel, IG page. She was live on the producer's IG page, which I thought was interesting. Let's take a look and listen to what Megan had to say. Like to hear it? Here to go.
This part of my album is definitely very much funded by Megan Thee Stallion because, you know, we trying to get off.
Y'all know.
Y'all know what's the tea. But I have no label right now, and we're doing everything funded straight out of Megan Thee Stallion pockets. So the budget is coming from me.
Hot Girl Productions.
Motherfucking Hot Girl Productions. The next shit y'all about to see about to be all straight from Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion brain, Megan Thee Stallion wallet. It's we in my pockets, hotties. So let's do our big one. Because we really doing our big one. And I'm so excited to be doing something for the first time independent since it was just me and my mama. So excited because it's really just me this go round until we sign to a new label. But I don't want to sign to a new label right now because I just want to do it myself until I'm completely
Hot Girl Productions.
Until I'm completely out of Megan Thee Stallion production. So hotties, do your fucking big one, cause it's just us.
It's just us.
It's just us.
I got Traumazine to go.
I know, and my label already told me. They was like, "Bitch, Traumazine going to hell."
So there you have it. Megan announced that she is going to be releasing a project, and it's going to be funded by her. So again, technically she's still signed. I think no, I don't think she is signed to the label anymore. I think Carl Crawford stated that he released her. This is a big mess. I really hope that she can just take her masters and her publishing and just go on. If she can successfully release an album or a project, mixtape, whatever it's going to be, and it does fairly well and she can get radio play and her streams are up, then she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. I don't think that she should rush to sign to another label. I don't think another label is going to sign her now anyway because she is tied up with 1501 and Carl. So I think once that is over, I'm pretty sure that there are record labels that are waiting and they definitely would want to have her. I guarantee it. But if she can release music now, do it. Why the heck not? A number of artists have released music independently and it worked. But let me tell you what I want from Miss Megan. I want Tina Snow back. I want trash talking, bump your gums, pop your ish. Megan, you got to have diss tracks. You got to have, girl, go all. I don't want anything pop on this project. I don't want hip hop. I don't want any pop features. I don't even want you having any features with any singers, anybody, no one. I want straight cash money ish popping on this project. And I'm pretty sure Megan will do fine. Fever was a good mixtape too. I liked Fever. I absolutely like Fever. So I'm pretty sure she has music that she can't wait to freaking release. So let's just get it cracking already, girl. You waiting too long. All right, up next. Oh boy, the feature presentation. Raise your hand. Clap if you're tired of Jada Pinkett and this book. Lord, she is throwing Will under the butt. Like she said that she was shocked that Will slapped Chris Rock. She said Chris Rock asked her out because he thought that the divorce rumors that were circulating years ago were true. It's like, why do we need to know that, girl? Is this a self-help book? Is this an expose, a memoir? What is this? I'm not buying the book. I'm pretty sure someone will buy it and someone will do a review somewhere online, and my nosy behind will be sitting and listening. So any one of you who plan on buying the book, go ahead and do that. Do a review chapter by chapter for those of us who are not interested in buying it. Take one for the team. Anyway, Chris Rock wants Jada Pinkett to keep his name out of her mouth, and he hates that he keeps being dragged into her and Will Smith's scandal. You know, I don't know what to say about Jada. I know she got to sell them books by any means necessary, sister, but this is just a bad look. I've had kitchen table talk with the crew, and no one at the kitchen table is going to be buying the book. They said they don't give a beep about Jada or her beep book. So I don't know. How are we going to get our hands on this book, Royal Family? Somebody got to do a review about this. Anyway, Chris Rock is deeply frustrated after being dragged into Jada Pinkett and Will Smith's ongoing marital dramas, with insiders claiming that he would prefer it if the actress kept his name out of her mouth as she continues to promote her tell-all book. The comedian Chris Rock was famously slapped across the face by Will live on stage at last year's Oscars after he made a G.I. Jane joke about Jada's bald head, not long after she revealed that she was suffering from alopecia, allegedly. Now, the stand-up comic has been dragged back into their troubled relationship after Jada Pinkett claimed that Chris Rock once asked her out on a date when she and Will were previously at the center of divorce rumors. I just don't understand why she's even bringing that up. I just don't, you know what I mean? And he's to a point, Chris Rock is to the point where things were just kind of starting to die down, you know, with people asking him about the slap and mentioning him and making fun of him. And now here it is, you know what I mean? This is coming back up again. I don't know. This is just so, this is so gross. All right, let me get to the part of the article where I wanted to read. So basically, this is how Jada explained it. She said, so he called me and basically he was like, I'd love to take you out. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, aren't you and Will getting a divorce? I was like, no, Chris, those are just rumors. And then she goes on to say that he was appalled and he profusely apologized, and that was that. Jada also addressed the Oscar slap, revealing that she hadn't spoken to Chris since. She says, do I have any desire to talk to Chris? Here's my desire. I just hope that all the misunderstanding around this can be cleared up and that there can be peace. This is what Jada Pinkett says. She says, I talk about this in the book. Girl, ain't nobody buying that book. I think that there might be some misunderstandings between Chris and I as far as the 2016 Oscars. You know, it's very interesting. She didn't speak up after it happened, but she's speaking up now. And a lot of people are saying that, you know, she is selling her family up the river and this is a money grab and all she cares about is the money from this book. I don't know. I don't know what Jada, I don't know. I don't know. We don't, you know what? These people lie so much. These people lie so much. Some people are sitting here feeling sorry for Will, and Will could be in on it. Will could have been the one to be like, yeah, tell him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? I don't know. I'm tired of Jada, and I hope that this is the last week that we discuss Jada. I'm going to make a conscious effort not to even talk about her anymore. I know her book is going to be released next week, Tuesday. Somebody's going to get their hands on it and read it. But to be honest with you, I'm not interested in hearing anything else about Jada and Will. I feel like she's doing whatever she has to do to sell these books. It's very humiliating. And I'm gonna tell you something. I knew for me I was completely done. Like, okay, that's it. I wasn't really, too fond of certain things before. But when that baby read that letter to Tupac that she wrote, girl, Willow. Y'all remember that? Willow wrote a letter to Tupac, y'all, when she was younger and read it on Red Table Talk. Willow wasn't even born when Tupac passed away. So that was it. I said, I don't know what they got going on over there, but I'm not interested and I want no parts. Okay. And then she revealed that they were separated. They've been separated for 7 years now. They live separately. She don't want to get divorced. She was shocked when Will Smith referred to her as his wife when he was yelling at Chris Rock. Well, ding dong, y'all still legally married. So you are his wife, girl. So, the problem is, I'm not spending too much more time on this. Here's the problem. Jada Pinkett admitted that she never wanted to marry Will. I don't think that she didn't love him. I just don't think she wanted to be married. She said that her mom pressured her into getting married because she was pregnant at the time with their first child, the first child they have together. And what we're seeing now, in my opinion, maybe they've gone to counseling and worked through this, but this is what resentment kind of looks like. Because now you have no problem airing it out. Like it talking about Tupac. Tupac is the love of your life. You going on podcasts saying that Tupac asked you to marry him while he was locked up in Rikers. Let me tell you something. When these dudes are locked up, child, they'll say anything. Trust me. You'll be the love of their life, they princess and all of that. I don't know, Jada. I don't know. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing about it. It's really weird and it's getting weirder. This video is getting too darn long. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. What I would like you guys to do is drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. I want to thank you for watching. If you got to the end of the video, if you got to this point, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Be sure to check out the other videos on this channel. There's a video that's going to pop up on the screen. Make sure you check that video out if you haven't done so already. All right, y'all, I'm signing off. And as always, I'll talk to you later.